Most people celebrate getting a 10% positive reply rate from cold email. I'm about to show you an email that achieved a 60% positive reply rate and 4 templates that you can take away and use today. Here's the email. Subject line, super basic, manufacturing. Hi, I was just having a look at what they sell. Emailing because we work with companies similar to yours. Direct value prop, mind if I share more? Best, and then PS, we also provide PO financing. You can see the results, 54% positive reply rate, 48%, 60%, etc. All in all, this was 250 qualified leads in 17 days. So like I said, all 4 of these templates I'm about to walk through, I've turned into templates that you can take away and use today. So number 1 is what I call the big name drop, right? This got us a response from Cloud9 Gaming, which is one of the biggest e-gaming companies in the world. Reason why this works is it's social proof at its finest, right? So here's the email. Tim, and then you go into a summary of what they do, what measures you're taking to expand your market and connect better with international players. And then this social proof line is where you're dropping those big names in, right? So through work with our partners like Nintendo, Sony, and WildWorks, we picked up a couple of creative ideas. Mind if I send more info? Here is the response that we got from Tim at Cloud9 Gaming, essentially explaining exactly what they do and looking to schedule a call. So the point is that this template really leverages the psychological principle of authority, right? By leading with those brands that you've mentioned, that you've worked with, you increase the credibility of your offer and you reduce the risk of engagement with you. So here's the template. You go into that summary of research, like I said, wondered what measures you're taking to expand or grow towards your goal. Through our work with client 1, 2, and 3, we've done this. Mind if I send more info? Now, I love this framework, but this is probably number 3 for me out of the 4, right? Template 2 is a what if hook. And this got us a response from fortune.com and also the New York Post. Now, the reason this works is because it really paints the mental picture for the prospect of what their life could be like, what their company could be like if they worked with you. So first name, and then we're going into, again, a summary of what they do. How would appearances in mainstream media outlets like HuffPost, Forbes, and BuzzFeed shape your brand image? So that is that main line where you're painting that picture for them. I'm asking because we, value prop, and then a social proof line and soft CTA. Is that something that aligns with your goals? And you can see the response here from fortune.com. Give me a line, give me a good time on Monday to talk to you, and I'll give you a call, right? So, the point here is that doing this really activates the brain's story processing centers. So it makes your message a lot more memorable and compelling than if you just went directly into a pitch. Here's a template. So like I said, first name, and then you go into the summary. How would opportunities in a relevant area, an area that's relevant to their business, like these 3 examples, impact or shape your business goal, right? So we did this for a PR offer, but really you could apply this to another offer. I'm asking because our focus is on getting specific outcome for companies in the industry sector, and then you want to go into that social proof and that soft CTA, right? So this is going to work best if the case study company that you're referencing is in the same industry or same growth stage as the prospect you're emailing, and that's where it's important to build your lists. So like I said, you can get all 4 of these templates and the full presentation down at the bottom if you just click the first link in the description below. Template 3 is direct value. So this is a super boring email that works. This is the email I referenced at the top. And the reason why this worked is because it gets straight to the point. So like I said at the top, hi, I was just looking at your women's golf clothes. We work with companies similar to yours. We go into the value prop. 8 out of 10 brands are able to reduce the expenses without compromising on quality. Mind if I share more? Now, the thing to understand about this email is really you've made it so that there is no reason for them not to respond, right? 8 out of 10 brands we work with reduce expenses without compromising on quality. Would love to be able to provide estimates on some of your products and see if we can be another production option. That is so low pressure that it really is kind of foolish for them not to respond to that, right? Because what they stand to benefit from responding, potentially reducing their expenses, completely outweighs the risk of responding to the email. So here are those replies like I mentioned before. And if we look at the template for this, so 1-word summary of the topic of the email in terms of the subject line. So that's something like manufacturing. And then in the email body, first name, I was looking at what they do. We work with some companies similar to yours. Value prop, mind if I share more? It's really as simple as that, right? Now, number 4 is definitely my favorite. This is the scarcity play. And this got us responses from BBC, Disney, Prada, and many more. And the reason why this works is because it really leverages scarcity and FOMO, right? So this email starts with hope you're well, which a lot of people will not be a fan of, but then it goes into the different availabilities that they have, our client has, where they operate, more info, more context on the offer, who they're currently working with, and then the CTAs, please let me know if you have some time available to talk through any forthcoming campaigns. So that is asking for a call directly. You can see a response here that we got from the BBC. So hi, thanks for reaching out. Can you please let me know in which countries across EMEA you operate? So the template is company name, unique opportunity. And the thing to understand about this is the real reason why it works is because what we're reaching out with is truly unique, right? And so if your offer isn't something that is inherently unique, that is inherently exclusive or limited, then you need to think of a way to really frame it as unique so that you can be able to run a similar template to this. So hi, first name, reaching out as we have exclusive or limited specific opportunity that we'd like to discuss, go into the credibility, limited availability context, and then, social proof who you're currently working with, and ask if they have a specific upcoming deadline or opportunity. Now, those are the 4 templates. If you want us to run this for you, completely done for you, and achieve these 60% positive reply rates without any effort on your end, click the link in the description to book a call with me. We manage this completely end to end, and we're the team behind all of these results. So, thanks.